Well, right now I think the guys have a great attitude. They're working hard. They're taking coaching. Attention to detail. But obviously at the end of the day it was a little bit disappointing. Like I told them, I just felt at the end, they sort of gave out of gas, and then they started standing around too much, wasn't competing. And that's when you got to find out who you are. When you're faced with that adversity, we got to find a way to strain, and we got to strain and tough it out. And we got to continue to fight to the end, and that's something that we've got to get better at.
Rodney, how common is that the first day in pads to kind of have that at the end? Long practice today. How common is that first day?
Well, I mean, but still, that's what we're working for. That's what we're supposed to be built for. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, it's easy to be a front runner. Everybody's good when it first starts, but how we're going to finish it? And that's what we built this program on when we started trying to establish it. Playing with relentless effort, playing hard, playing with showing physicality. Those are the things that are our trademark. Those are our standards, and we can't compromise who we are and what we are.
Do you ask more of the guys that you've had around for a couple of years?
I would say that. Obviously, guys that are veterans that's been in the program, been a part of this third year in it, and then also guys that who you think are the better players or who they may per se think they are the better players. Then you're going to be more demanding on them. You're going to hold those guys to higher standards. But I hope that we're trying to hold the whole unit there. Because how we play and the number of snaps that we play, we need to find 10 to 12 guys that can play at a championship level.
How realistic is that you can get those numbers?
Pardon me?
How realistic is it that you can get those numbers, 10 to 12
Well,
guys?
that's what we got to get done. That's bottom line. That's what we've done every year. We're going to rotate and we're going to play, multiple guys. So we've got to find 10 to 12 guys that show in practice that they can go out and execute and play at a championship level, that we can have trust to put them out there on Saturday and go compete.
Coach, is it easier when you have so many guys back, or what are the challenges for you as a coach when you have so many second, third-year guys that have been around this program, have been around you?
I mean, obviously, I think they know the routine, they know the demands, so obviously they're good with the younger guys, helping them who don't quite understand, the commands and where I'm coming from. I think they can help smooth that over in the transition. But even though with a bunch of guys back, we still got a lot of production that we've got to replace. And so we got to have guys that's got to step up. And that's where we got to get going. We've got to accelerate the learning curve, especially, at the Leo position to replace all the production that BY gave us. And then just the steady play, people don't realize, how valuable Bumpus was. But when we go back and we're looking at our cut-ups from this past season, and he did a heck of a job for us. And, so we got to have that guy that we can count on. Man, that guy did everything right, exactly how he was coached, trained, and was selfless, and played for the team.
You talk about that Leo spot. You've got a couple of second-year guys in Josh and James. Caleb's new. Roman's been around. What's kind of your view of that position right now and what you're seeing from those guys?
Well, obviously, we've definitely got the body types that we're looking for. We've got to, we got to get going. We got to get the juices flowing and get the confidence going and just get them the technique where they can, get loose, let the hair down, let some personality come through, and just getting confidence that I can go out there and do it down in and down out.
How do you instill that confidence in those guys? Can that come in practice?
Well, they got to. They got to make plays. It ain't so much me. They got to go do it. It ain't a false narrative. We just can't, give them participation trophies. They got to go out there and make plays. When the game's on the line, they got to find a way to get it done, to get the job done. And they have done better, but it's just been inconsistencies. We got to get somebody that you can count on. When it's third down, that they're going to be able to pin their ears back to go make a play.
What have you seen from James Pierce since the end of the season? What kind of, have you seen some growth and progress?
I've seen some growth out of James. He's maturing a lot, on and off the field. He's got to continue to do that. He's got to keep moving the needle in the right direction. He has a lot of potential, but he's got to make sure that he's investing enough in it to get what he wants out of this, and that's what it's got to take,
What are your early impressions of Caleb Herring just a few days out there?
I mean, I think the Herring kid's going to be a real good player. I really do. Really excited about him. I think he loves football. I think he's tough. I think he's got the length. I think he has a skill set. So I think he has a bright future, and I think it's important to him. I'm pleased with all 4 of those guys. We just got to keep working, and we got to get. You hope you start getting some separation, from them where it's just all right there together. We need some people to start pulling away a little bit.
Rodney, what did you like about Omar in the portal? I know you've known him for a couple of years. What was it about him that made sense for him to transfer him together?
Well, I didn't know him for a long time. Last year when he went in the portal, obviously we tried to recruit him, and we felt like we had done a really good job of establishing a relationship with him and the family. And then, of course, he decided to stay at Arizona State. So obviously when he went in, I just think the familiarity with us and that they liked what we were presenting and how we were selling our program. I think they were impressed with it. The guy that trained him, he works for the Raiders now. And of course, he's working with Matt Butler. So Matt Butler was able to co-sign on us in the program and how we do things. And I think just everything aligned the right way. And so it ended up, working out.
What do you like about him? What have you seen at him for this first week, I guess?
Well, I'll tell you, he is a powerful, quick twitch guy. Now, he's got to learn to strain and play the way we want to play. Obviously, I think they were doing more, mirror step on the line of scrimmage, where we want to be more vertical, create knockback, all that. But, I think the kid has some natural stuff that he can help us, on the defensive side of the ball.
You talked about how guys are trying to get in shape. How much of it is getting in game shape by practicing or on their own?
I think it's all encompassing. Obviously, you gotta do stuff on your own and take care of your body and do different things. But as you can tell, we work them pretty good in practice. We strain them pretty well. And the day was just our 4th day. So I thought we did some good things. Obviously, I think there's a lot of things we can improve on. When you go up there and see the film, it won't be as bad as we thought it was out here, nor as good. Somewhere in between will be where reality lies. And, we'll go and make the corrections on Mondays or meeting day. So we'll get a lot of film time to show them film. And Tuesday come out here and try to correct, some of those mistakes that were made today.
Rodney, do you have the leadership there?
Well, that's something that we're still trying to cultivate. We've got some good young men in that room. I can't per se say that that's probably the strong suit, like Amari Thomas. He's going to do everything the right way. But is he willing to grab the bull by the horn and snatch a knot when needs to be? That ain't really his personality. But he does it by example. All right? But we still need him to even grow and become even a better leader. And we still need for some other leaders to come on. You don't have to be a senior to be a leader. You can be a young guy and be a leader. It's just about, you doing things the right way, and people know you're doing it the right way, and they're willing to listen and adhere to what you're saying.
You talked about Latrell at his position, what he brought. Is there anybody that's separating themselves early on, trying to at that position?
Well, obviously, he was a defensive end, so, we do have, we've got Barron Tyler back, we got Don Bailey back, we got the West kid back, Jason Jinks. So you've got some veteran guys that were that's at the defensive end position. But, still the same thing that we need to continue to grow at that position. Tyler's been a little banged up. Today was probably the most practice that he's done. So, we need him to keep taking that. He has really good leadership qualities. We need him to get that funnel all going in the right direction, because he is an influencer, all right, and we need him to be a positive influence.
Robert Ayers joined the staff. What's he added for you guys?
I think Robert's going to be a really good young coach. I mean, I'm really excited about him. Obviously, he's got credibility instantly. He's a first-round draft pick, played 10 years in the league. You know, when he says something, those kids believe it, they hang on to it. He's very passionate about it. He knows what he's talking about. So, you know, I think he's going to only help us to get better and become a better football team. And hopefully, one of the things that we said coming out of last season that we needed to improve on was being better in our 4-down pass rush. And, you know, and hopefully he'll be able to bring a lot of things to that to be able to help us improve in that area.